Hi everyone, I am Michelle Espinosa, and you may know me as Lady Stars and Fire. And this is Channeling, Part 2. If you missed Part 1, you may want to return back to my YouTube channel and check that out so you're caught up with us. But in Part 1, we were talking about channeling, focus, and intent. See, we established how we all do channel. We all do it, not always in the best of intents. It's one of those situations where some of the worst things in the world were done with the best intent. See, when you start to channel for the right reasons, that doesn't only come with an intense moment or focusing. That comes through maturity. Nothing can compare to maturity. That's just something you have to earn. It's so easy to be negative or angry or upset and manifest or channel, but to do it for the right reasons and with that maturity, those are a completely different situation. And that's where I'm going into right now. See, when we want to be channeling for the right reasons, typically we are doing it for healing, for communication, for exorcism of negative energies from within our lives. But we have to understand, first off, that all energy is a traveling energy. See, like I said on that last video, I happen to be blessed with one of those gifts where I can see what I'm talking about. I may not scientifically be able to put it into fact or prove it, but that's what I love about the whole science of it, is I can see it, I know it. I just don't know how to make it proven. But I can explain. See, all energy is really quite simple. It's a form of life. It's a form of traveling energy. Sonic, it's sound waves, it's sonar. And when you are trying to channel, it's kind of like you're asking the gods, your God, for help. A little extra help. Kind of like, can I go past a prayer and borrow a little bit of your help? It is bringing all of that traveling energy, those sound waves, into your personal vibrations and amplifying it. See, one of the keys here is to understand you're like a battery. You're like a battery in the sense of you, yourself, you're a power source. Or another way of looking at it, you, yourself, is like that quartz crystal that is an amplifier. Except for now it's you. You take positive and positive of a battery and put it together and it flows strongly together. Negative and negative, and they're going to flow negatively together. But when you put a positive and a negative together, well, they kind of like bounce off of each other. And this is where we're starting to get into the whole idea of channeling. You are that power source, whether you are positive or negative. And you can project that outwards or inwardly into yourself, since you're pulling in that traveling energy, those sound waves. See, in a way, those sound waves are like a wormhole where you're pulling something into you, or you're traveling it outwards. typically we want to use this for healing. We want to use it for long distance healing energies, where it's kind of like you're saying a prayer, but now I'm pushing out all of that energy to wherever I'm sending it long distantly. Some people are going to use crystals and stuff for this also, but you are that power source, and that comes from your channeling ability. Now, I can't tell you how to pull that into you. That you have to find out on your own. See, every single one of us have our own special connections, and what may be my connection will not necessarily be yours. All I can do is give you advice as to what has happened or worked for me, and let you go from there so you can find out what works best for you. We don't just channel for long distance healing. No. See, if you've ever felt your vibrations, not all of us have come into our vibrations with a nice, simple, beautiful hum. No. Some of us, awakened under not as wonderful situations. And their vibrations may have been violent, kind of like shaking inside of your body. See, we also want to channel healing into us, the divine into us, so that you can kind of like take it as if you were taking that energy in and scrubbing out your inside, and just like with a dishcloth, and you're cleaning up all of the dirty and gonna throw it out. That's how you start to clean your vibrations. But you have to channel that healing, that traveling energy into you. Now, trying to understand energy is a whole nother subject. See, because sometimes we feel energies and we pull them into us, or we're avoiding them, and that's because we don't always understand the energies that we were picking up. Now, I don't have time to go into that with you right now. That will be a whole nother line of videos. I only have 15 minutes to do a video. But that's up to you to figure out and to understand the energies that you are channeling, and to drop them or to keep them accordingly as to what it will do for you. See, we also channel for healing, not even for humans. I mean, we can channel for electronics. A lot of people have problems with their phones all the time. Oh, Lord knows I have problems with my phone. I blow them up all the time. I channel through my hand. I don't know about all of you, but I channel through my hand. And I know when I'm pulling in negative energies that are coming from my cell phone. And I would break them every time. They would just blow up on me and everything. And then I finally started to realize I was channeling negative with a negative. That's where you kind of have to do that negative, positive battery action. That is you being that battery. You have to be the higher, stronger, positive to be like, no phone. You're going to get better now and work right. Calmly and gently. You can think I'm crazy all you want. I really don't care. But when you see me do it, or others who have figured this out, you might start to think differently. See, several people who I know personally even have learned how to correct TVs and phones and computers, including myself. But you have to be able to channel that intense feeling of focus with maturity at the same time to get it right. See, we channel not just for healing. Like I said, we do this all the time. We're telepathic. You know how you have that, for whatever reason, you might have been thinking of someone that you cared about, or something that you wanted to talk to someone about, and then they call out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, I was just thinking of you. And they were like, yeah, I was thinking of you. That's because you were being telepathic right then. You were calling them back to you. whether you want to believe it or realize it or not. See, we do this often in bad forms, like when we're hurt, angry, just mad and feeling betrayed. Or when we are just happy and in love and whatnot. And you get somebody who is thinking of you because you were thinking of them. You are channeling them back to you or away from you, depending on how you use that. See, we're telepathic in more ways than we realize. That has to do with that whole the sound waves and your emotions and your feelings. You can turn that on and pull them back to you. I tend to use music when I do that. I get emotional for whatever reason. If I want somebody to know that I'm sending them love, I might turn on a certain song and be thinking directly of them, or I might be doing it because I know a friend of mine is ill, so I'm doing it with the intention of scooping in and pulling out all of that illness and throwing it back into the universe. But I do it with song to give me enough intention, enough intense focus and energy while my brain is thinking of that to throw that out. We do this with animals. Your stray animals, your wild animals that do come up to you and accept you. That's because they're being telepathic. They're checking you out before they let you close. Maybe if they don't let you close, you're not very calm. And they see this in advance, so they don't trust you yet. Everything is connected, even if you don't get it yet. See, and we channel also for exorcism, for the negatives in our lives, to remove it. Like I said, we are a battery. We are a power source. We are that quartz crystal. It's learning how to turn it on for yourself is a different subject. Only you can believe in that. Most people have a problem with that. What they can't see, they can't believe. Well, then you'll never get it. You have to learn to have that little bit of faith and to feel those energies and to use it for the good, not just only irresponsibly when you're in a negative situation. You can do so much good with channeling, focusing with maturity, healing, and love. If you learn how to do it and you put it forth that same effort to try and to not be immature and only do stuff when you're in an intense situation and it's negative. Blessings, my darlings. Hugs and kisses in the wind. And I will get into an exorcism uplift with your channeling at another time. But I'm out of time. So, if you like me and my videos, please subscribe, for I do a weekly rune cast every week for everyone. I also do uplifts and teaching informations. Again, if you like me and my videos, please subscribe or visit my website, www.ladystarsandfire.com, or just Google me, Lady Stars and Fire. Have a wonderful day. Blessed be. Hugs and kisses in the wind. Bye now.